Good morning. It is 4:15 a.m. and I'm doing a load of laundry in my portable washer. It's a Black & Decker, and my portable dryer. It's also a Black & Decker. I've already done a load or two in it and I actually quite like it. So let me show you how it's done. I do have some laundry soap already in it. So we're going to hit the power on button. We're going to do a heavy load because it's a full load. And then right here you see load size, load wash, rinse, and spin. And then your start, and of course your on-off power. So I've already hit the power on, off. Now it's on again. I'm going to go ahead and hit my load. My size here is heavy. So I'm going to hit the load size. And you see it's L2, L3, L1. So I want 3. And then you hit start. Now my husband hooked it up directly to a water line, so I don't have to worry about dragging the washer over to the sink. And also he has like a drip pan that you would put under like a hot water tank. He put that under there as well, so if there was ever a leak, this will actually catch it. And then I can, right there, you can see right there is like a little drain thing, and you just hook a hose up to it and it'll take the water out of the house. The dryer, you can see I have the lint trap there. We are going to put a base cabinet right here where the soda boxes are. We're going to put that there, and we're actually going to put that through the base cabinet and probably keep the door off the base cabinet. And then up here, we're going to, up in here, we're going to have a butcher block, and we're just going to make it nice because the whole kitchen needs to be painted. So we'll be painting that and the kitchen while we're doing this in the process. No sense in making this area look nice, and then the rest of the kitchen needs paint. Okay, this is the dryer, and it's pretty simplistic. It does tell you what, the directions on it. It works great. I absolutely love it. It is portable. You can pick it up and move it. Right here's the handles, one on the other side, but I can't do it because of my back, and I just think that keeping it in one place is better than moving it around. But like if you live in an apartment, I guess you could pull it out of your closet and use it and then put it back. It's about 20 pounds-ish. So right here, my husband hooked it up to a direct line. It's actually filtered water. We have a filter on this water line. And so it runs down through here and then over to the sink. Right here is the hose that it came with. You can see it goes all the way up and around and then up, and then it stops right there. My husband bought the stuff to connect it, to put another hose on it and make the hose longer, so that way I can put it in my drain and not have to drag it across the floor in order to be able to put the hose in the drain. So this hose eliminates me from having to move this, and that right there eliminates me from having to move this to connect it. Right now you can see the water is filling up in it. Let me see if I can get a better view of it. And it's not cooperating very well, but you can see. Once it starts agitating, I'll pause it. Right here's a pause. The pause button, then the start button. And I'll pause it and I'll show you what it looks like once it starts agitating. Now when I hit pause, it's going to pause it. So it's not going to agitate while you're looking at it, but you'll kind of see what it's doing. Now after a few minutes, you can see that it is agitating. It's a pretty good size load for a small washer. I'm going to hit pause. You can see I'm at 49 minutes. And then here's what it looks like inside. I do have a pod in there. So it's washing. You can see the little suds. But it agitates really good. And I'm pretty impressed with it. I just kind of grabbed a bunch of stuff and just threw it in here. I didn't separate anything. It's not like it's a big deal, not really. But you can see, if I can put my stuff in there. But I'm pretty impressed with it. And then you just shut this back up. Hit start again. And then it's back to agitating. And it'll pause, and then it'll spin around and agitate the other direction. So it does work really well. It's hard to get a good picture with the light glaring on top of it. But it does get my clothes really clean. And it's just great to have on the main floor. I do have a large washer and dryer downstairs in the basement, but it's nice to have something on the main floor. That way I don't have to carry laundry up and down the steps. My back doesn't allow me to carry large loads up and down the steps, so I'm having to do small loads anyways, and I've always recommended that people do small loads, even if you got to do a load a day, because it's quicker to wash and dry and put away. And now the washing, you can't change that except for like maybe rapid. You can make that faster, and I think that's like a 15-minute wash. And then, but in the dryer, it don't take as long to dry, so I'm able to dry them pretty quickly, and then it only takes a couple minutes to put them up, fold them, or hang them up and put them away. But that's it. That's, like I said, you can see here it's pausing. It's like it's soaking. And then it'll continue on. And then here, I had to buy this separate. This was, I got it off of Amazon. And you put water in it. And it catches the lint. That way I can have it in the house. Now this does help with wintertime heat. So when I'm running this, my kitchen just gets nice and warm. And so it's kind of a win-win. You get the drying of your clothes, and then you kind of heat up the area. And my kitchen is really cold. I could actually take my drinks and put them in one of my cabinets, my base cabinets, and they will literally get cold like they had been in my fridge. So yes, this old house, it was built in 1936, needs insulation. That's just one of the long list of things that we have to do for this house. But we bought it as a fixer-upper, and we're able to turn it into something that we want. So when this is done, I will take it and put all the clothes that are in the washer, and I will put them in the dryer, and I will continue with the video so you can see how the dryer works. Okay, we're back. The washer is done, and you can see the clothes down there. And they, I have to say, feel almost dry. I mean, you can feel a little damp, like they're cold, but they don't feel wet. So the spin cycle is great. The washing is great. I really like how bright and clean my clothes look compared to what, you know, a big washer just doesn't seem to be getting it as clean as what this does. Now we're going to go over here to the dryer, and we're going to open it up, and you can see down in there And we're going to start putting some clothes in there. And while I'm thinking about it, right here is your lint. You can see it right there. So what you do is you open this up. I don't know if I can do it with one hand or not, but we will see. Yep, I did it. And you can see here the lint that it's caught. That's a lot of lint for just one load, because I've already cleaned it out. So you just empty that and then you just put it back in. Real simple. And then I have the dryer sheet, and I put it in the dryer. And you can see my husband put this on a stand right here, because really the only thing I don't see as user friendly is the fact that this thing, if you set it on the floor, it is really low to the floor when it comes to running it. But you can see right here, here's the controls all the way to the bottom of the dryer. So you hit that, and then you hit the time. And I think 40 minutes would be good enough. And then you can see it's working great. So again, the only thing I see a problem with is if you set this directly on the floor, it's the controls would be like way down here. And still this is kind of low for me. It should be like up in here somewhere where I don't have to get so close to the floor to be able to run that. So maybe if Black & Decker sees this, maybe if they put the controls up here or even up here, that would make it a lot easier. Because this is supposed to be portable. So you're supposed to be able to move this thing around. And, you know, so like if I'm got the washer over to the sink, you would want your dryer over near it to be able to use it. So I definitely think that they need to reconfigure that. But other than that, I absolutely love the dryer. I didn't expect that, you know, also. But my husband went and picked it up. He said, I can't have one without the other. This is the Black & Decker washer and dryer. It is a review on it, and I would definitely say it was worth the money, and I like it. It is hooked up directly, so it's hooked up to the line back here, which gives it filtered water. And then my husband connected a hose to the hose to be able, so I can put it across the counter and into my sink when I'm using it. When I'm not using it, I just kind of lift it to where it'll drain most of the water, and then I just put it down in this pan, and I'm good to go. Well, I hope this helps you in your decision making. I think that this is a lot better because it washes and rinses and spins all in one unit. I don't have to pull everything out and spin it and then fill it up with water again to rinse and then spin it again. I mean, I was looking at a Costway, but this right here, you know, really takes a lot of the work out of it. Well, I hope this gives you a general idea on the Black & Decker portable washer and portable dryer and the pros and cons of both. I don't see any cons on this. It works. It's doing great. It, you know, washes good. It rinses good. It spins good. And the way my husband has it hooked up makes it really good as well. The dryer, it does really well. The only con I have is the controls are so low to the ground. So if you put this thing on the floor, you would literally be having to get on the floor to mess with that. Thank you for spending some time with me today. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment. And make sure you hit that notification bell and hit the all button.